Testing. Okay, there we go, guys. It was my mic's fault. I wasn't actually muted. All right, boys and girls, good morning, good morning, good morning. We're here. I know I'm late. I know you're shocked. Okay, I'm going to rephrase what I said in the beginning. Please tell me that you guys watched the Guardians-Yankees game last night. Please tell me. Was that the sickest game ever? Oh my gosh, I'm still excited. That's part of the reason I'm so late. I was so excited I had a hard time falling asleep last night. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Good morning, everyone. Namak, good morning. Ace Undercover, Trading Ever After. Larry, good morning. Jimmy. Faisal, good morning. M. Susan, good morning. Namak, good morning. Carolina, good morning. Jack Wiley, Sam Owen, Matty Matt. I know I'm missing some of you guys. Here's Johnny, Nicholas. Good morning, everyone. Let's get it. Let's have a good ending to the week. That will take out the bitter taste in my mouth from yesterday. Yesterday sucked. I don't know if you guys were aware or not, but yesterday was not fun. All right. Now, I need to go get my coffee. Timbo. Good morning, Timbo. So I'm a little upset. I did request on my 120 days. I was short a few days and requested more that my max and got denied. I have to wait till next opening. Huh. You stopped watching when the Orioles got annihilated? Hey, if nothing else, go and watch the highlight. Go watch the highlights. It's worth it. The Guardians, I'll sum it up for you guys that didn't watch. The Guardians took the lead early. They had a 3-1 lead heading into the 8th inning. And then Aaron Judge and Stanton hit back-to-back home runs to give the Yankees a 4-3 lead. And then in the 9th inning, they added another run. So the Guardians were down 2 runs. They were down 5-3 in the 9th inning. And they were down to their final out. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Lane Thomas hits a double off the wall. Next guy, obviously still 2 outs. Mr. Big Christmas, and he jacks one deep into the seats, ties the game up, and we go to extra innings. Bottom of the 10th inning, we have a runner on third, 2 outs. David Fry, walk off, 2-run home run. Oh, man, that was awesome. That was sick. Oh, I still get chills. I get chills listening to Tom Hamilton's call. Oh, man, it was awesome. You just watched the highlights? Let's go, Black Coffee. Good morning, good morning. Oh, man, was that a sick game. Yeah, it was awesome. We're back. We still have hope, folks. We still got hope. 1 strike away from losing. Yep, we were 1 strike away. It was 2 outs, 2 strikes, bottom of the 9th. And I had about 0 hope that anything good was going to happen. And they just pulled it out. It was pandemonium. And it was in Cleveland. So people just going absolutely crazy. All right, market. What do we got here? Obviously, overnight session had a nice move higher. A little bit of a pullback here, and now we're pulling back once again at the open. Seems to be a reoccurring theme the last couple days. Yeah, that home run was monster. You're a New York fan? Oh, man, Peter Schaap, man, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, man. Dude, that was awesome. What made it so much better also was, here the Yankees, I mean, it was clutch. They bought at the top of the 8th inning. They hit back-to-back home runs off Clase, the number one closer in the game. So obviously the Yankees thought they had won it. I mean, they thought it was over. I mean, to be honest, I thought it was over too. And the Guardians just came out of nowhere. I need to get my coffee. Wow, what a move here. Market ripping higher. It's a ripping. She's a ripping. It is a reoccurring pattern. Yeah, Peter Schaap, you guys still have a 2-1 lead. That's right, but maybe not after tonight. Man, we got to win. The Guardians got to win tonight. If we can win tonight, man, it's going to be lit. Really, John? Come on, John. John took the gloves off this morning. Ron, does the trailing drawdown return after payout? No, it does not, Ron. Wow, look at us retrace this move. If we can break above this 500 level, I don't know. We're going to have some bullish. We got to be looking for some longs. Is there any news? Let me check. Nope. Oh, Matty Matt. Remember, Matty Matt, it's okay to take a loss. It is okay to take a loss. It's okay to take a loss. All right, let's see if we can hold above the 500s here. Let's see if she wants to rip it. Man, we came down and just touched VWAP here. Yeah, Matt, I was thinking about you. Like, actually, I think that's the case with too many traders right now, especially that trade Apex. And I think that's also part of the problem where, and I'm not picking on you, Matt. But I think that is part of the problem and the earn and burn that is happening, where basically people trade, and as long as they stay green, they basically just need to have 10 green days in a row, then they can secure a payout. But they never have a green or a red day because they never accept a loss. Like, instead of accepting a loss or a red day, they will either keep trading until they're green, or they will keep trading until they blow the account. And that's like, I mean, that is what Apex doesn't want you to do. Like, that is what Apex does not want you to do. Like, they want to see some red days. Like, I know that if they see some, like, just, they see some small red days, like, that is actually a good thing, because it shows that you can and have risk management. So it will, like, I think accepting losses is definitely I totally agree, Brandon. I've been preaching that for better part of a year. And I mean, I say this out of love. If you can't get a payout without a red day, it's going to be difficult. And from what I understand is, so here's something that Apex is going to change. I do have some inside information, and I'm just going to come out and say it now and get people prepared for it. Because that's one thing that that's one thing that is a major red flag for the Apex risk management department, is when they see people with a lot of blown accounts, and the payouts that they do get are all green days. And that's the only time they get a payout, is when they have 10 consecutive green days, but they never have a red day. Wow, look at this pullback. We couldn't push above that 500. What I'm about to say is going to affect me. And okay, now we can, I mean, I don't know. You can take it a couple different ways, but if you don't accept red days, basically you're just willing to risk your account every single trade, or maybe not every single trade, but every day. And if you're willing to just instead of accepting a red day, you would rather blow the account or get it back to green. That is, I mean, let's be honest, that's not good risk management. It isn't. And that is a major concern that Apex has for taking you to a live account. And it doesn't, obviously doesn't make sense, and it isn't, it's not good. But real green streaks happen. Yeah, 100% Inspire guilty. Yeah, obviously green streaks happen, and that's not a case, but Apex can see, okay? Like, I don't think some of you guys understand everything that Apex can see. For example, if you've gotten 40 payouts with Apex or more, they can go and see out of those 40 payouts how many red days you had. And if there's like 1 or 2 red days out of, basically 400 green days, and then you have a lot of blown PA accounts, like that's pretty telling. But here's what I wanted to say. They are going to come out with something that is going to prevent that from happening as much. And it's basically going to be how do I say this? It's going to be a risk management tool that you are going to have to implement on your own. But if you breach it repeatedly, they're basically saying, hey, we are tracking this internally. And if you breach this a lot of times, it's not a daily loss limit, but it is a daily drawdown limit. So, for example, let's say you have a $5,000 drawdown at the beginning of a day. If you have a $5,000 drawdown at the beginning of the day, they're going to implement that if you draw down your account X amount of percentage, that it won't blow the account. I mean, you technically can do it, but if you show a history of going more than 30% into drawdown from your total account balance, if you show consistently that you're willing to do that, then that is going to flag risk management, and it will probably put you in probation. So it's they're trying to get you to accept losses. I mean, it's basically, they tried to do that with implementing the mandatory that you have to have a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. But the problem with that is people still would just risk the whole account. And as long as the trade came back in their favor, they were fine. Well, they're not. But anyway, just FYI, keep your eye open. That will happen. No, it's Michael. It's not a trailing drawdown after your initial profit target, and that's what we're talking about. But again, people that are going to just, there's going to be people crying about it, and those are probably the people that are just risking their account on one single trade. And if that is how you trade, if that is how you get payouts, you just risk your whole account on every single trade, and then you just pray that you have 10 days that you don't lose an account. Like, don't trade with Apex, okay? They don't want you. That is the honest truth. Go somewhere else, because they really don't want that type of trading, and they're going to do everything they can to prevent it. Well, no, that's not the case. That's not what I said, Sharuz. That's not what I said, Sharuz. What I said is, if you have 40 payouts and you never had a red day, do you really think you don't think that's some red flags? Come on now. It shows that you have an inability to accept a loss. That's what that shows. You can have as many green days as you want if you are also not allowing your drawdown to go way down and blowing, risking an account on $100 profit target. Well, they might as well trade themselves. No, that's the whole point. It's funny because you can always tell the people that are guilty. When was the last time I got a payout? A month ago? Something like that. Yeah, Michael, 100%. If you just have a hard stop on every trade and you honor your stop, problem solved. Problem solved. And that's end of story. But okay, like here's where I get confused. If you are actually truly, like, if you just be honest with yourself, and if you actually want to become a profitable trader, if you actually want to become a profitable day trader, these are things that you should be doing, period. Like, that's what I don't understand, why the outrage, because these practices that they are implementing is not something that is looked at, okay, like professional day traders. This is something that they do. And I think implementing this new thing is also how it will allow people to DCA again, if you know what I mean. So you'll be able to DCA again as long as you don't go into drawdown more than 30% of your profit balance. Does that make sense? Like, that's one way that they can allow you to DCA, because I think, there are, and Apex realizes that there are DCA strategies that work, but it won't, but that way you still have to maintain risk management. And to be honest, most people would say, like, hey, 10, 15% of your balance, they're saying 30%. I think maybe it could be 40. It could be, I'm not 100% sure. But if you have a DCA strategy and you're willing to DCA until your account blows, go ahead and, like, that's not actually good trading practice. It isn't. And you can throw a tantrum all you want, but it's true. And there's a big difference between people are so stuck on just taking as much money. Like, people don't care about actually being profitable or being good traders. They just want to play the system as much as possible. I mean, that's just not the case, Flojo. Here's the thing. Did you hear, like, there's some statistics I wish Apex would share. Did you know that since they implemented the DCA rule, and since they implemented a lot of these rules, did you know that there are people blowing less accounts? Did you know that? Did you know that the percentage of people blowing accounts is less than what it used to be? So if Apex was doing all this just so XYZ, like, it actually is hurting their bottom line. It actually would be better if they just allow people to continue DCAing like crazy, because eventually they'll blow their account. It's inevitable. As long as they have good risk management and don't risk more than 30% of the account. That's the point. But people aren't doing that. Anyway, I mean, there's a difference. There's a group of people in the prop firm industry that are not about, and they don't care about actually having a profit. Like, they don't care about actually being good traders. They just want to get payouts, as much payouts as they can, and it doesn't matter how they do it. Risk your account balance every single trade and blow 900 PA accounts in the process. But hey, they can post on Twitter that they got a $20,000 payout. That's the problem. And unfortunately, some of that needs to stop too. And like it does. I mean, a lot of people don't believe it, but Apex actually needs to put rules in that if they are taking that person to a live account, that they can trust that this guy won't just blow up funds immediately. Yeah. By the way, guys, I don't want to say this too loud, Like, actually, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. You know Patrick Whelan, the whole ordeal yesterday? And he was trying to blame me. Oh, Nutty Bar was crying about not being exclusive 90% sale. Blah, 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 blah. And crying about it, trying to blame me for his lying. Well, guess what? He never had a deal. He made it up. He never had a deal. I confirmed it with multiple sources. He never had a deal. He literally did that as a publicity stunt to sell courses. And yeah, you can tell him I said so. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Confirmed multiple sources. Never had a deal. Didn't you find it odd that as soon as the deal wasn't good, oh, hey, you know what I'll do? I'll give you guys 15% off. Not sure why you needed the viewers, Amelia? Because you wanted to sell more courses. Don't you get it? He lured everyone into his stream so he could promote and do the 15% discount. Think about it. He had to, oh, I feel bad that the deal didn't go through. Oh, you know what I'll do, guys? I'll give you guys a 15% off on the course. Hilarious. Mm. Hey, I'd be okay with that. Go entries. Man, this market just chilling up here. But we didn't make new lows, so kind of makes me think we might rip up through the 500s here. Excuse me. What is the difference between Rhythmic and Trade of It? Oh my goodness, excuse me. I got the hiccups. What is the difference between Rhythmic and Trade of It? Just the different provider. Sometimes depending what computers you have, it varies on what you can use. If you have a MacBook, then you almost need to use Trade of 8. But it's more just the provider. Honestly, I would say Trade of 8 is probably the more stable platform. Rhythmic, there seems to be more issues as a whole. I don't know. But I do feel like Trade of 8 is probably a little safer. Hey, good morning, Garcia, Christopher Garcia. Where were you, Garcia? We did the duck race and you weren't here. Oh, that's true, Sharoos. You could, that's true. Yeah, you can have multiple Trade of 8 logins in Ninja. Yeah, some of that stuff would definitely make a difference as well. Yeah, Trade Bum. I would, if I had to start over, like if I would lose these accounts, knock on wood, that doesn't happen. But if I had to start over fresh, I think I would switch to Trade of 8. I think I would. Especially, actually, I don't even remember. I don't even know now. Is there still a price difference between Trade of 8 and Rhythmic? I feel like I know there used to be, but I don't think there is anymore. Hey, good morning, Rosie Rose. I would be totally okay with that. The heck was that? Yeah, Red Clay Trader. And again, like I say, like I'm saying, like my point is like this. The reason I say this is that is what Apex is looking for, and that is what Apex is going to enforce, so that you know. And if you look at that and like, yeah, I don't want to trade like that, that's fair. I don't mind. I don't care. But just be aware that that is what Apex is looking for, and you are going to have to show that you have risk management. So if you don't, then don't, you know, it don't complain about it then afterwards. A travel and G travel and trade. Did you send me an email this morning? Was that you? Because I will say this as well. I will say this as well that, okay, you were the one that sent me an email this morning. Okay, perfect. And I thank you for that. Because here's the thing. I do think, I know, actually, I know for a fact, because of some of the stuff that you guys have sent me, where you feel like you've been put in probation and it wasn't like it shouldn't have been. I did hear back. And they actually admitted that there might be some flaws in how on some of the accounts that were flagged. And they are looking into it more and trying to understand why and how it happened. And they're making adjustments to it. So, I had a hard time getting that through to them that, hey, maybe some of your system, maybe something, you know, obviously things can go awry. So let's not just put our head in the sand and pretend like mistakes can happen. So they are looking into it, and they did say that, yeah, there are actually some cases where false positives have happened, and they're trying to figure out what happened and making adjustments to their automated system. Yeah, I know, Jam Bear. I know, and I'm sorry. I brought that up. I'm like, I think people would even be fine with that if you guys would just reply and respond to those people, and like just give them some basic customer service. And I mean, it's, yeah, they say, oh, we're trying, we're gonna do it, we're gonna get on top of it. I guess we'll see. But I'm definitely keeping a close eye on some of that and making sure that is corrected. But I'm not okay. So they made it harder to hang on to longs. No matter what anyone thinks of the current Apex, one thing you should think is the space much more easy to access and competitive. Yeah, I agree. But I'm actually curious, like, to get you guys' feedback. What do you think about, like, if Apex does implement a per day risk management tool? Basically, the tool is, hey, you can't, whatever profits you have at the beginning of the day, let's say you have $5,000 profit at the beginning of the day in your account. Okay. And which 30% of that 5,000 would be $1,500. So basically all Apex is saying is don't allow any trade, don't allow your account, including drawdown, to go below that $1,500 in a day. It won't blow the account or anything, but if you consistently do that, then that is what will flag your account as poor risk management. That's not true design. That's 30%. You can easily calculate that if you have a brain. take 30% of your profits. That's not a vague rule. That's not a gray area. That's very clear. Take 30% of your profits, and that's your amount. It's not that difficult. I'm not talking. Oh, what are you talking? Oh, the probation? Okay. Just liquidate. Yeah, but okay. I mean, I don't know. So you would rather they just liquidate you as soon as you hit 30%? Or would you would rather have it be like a soft rule or a soft breach like Top Step? Cut off one toe. But I think this is when I think this is only. I think this applies. I'm not sure actually, but I think like once you're above the buffer. No, you can request payout on the first. I'm pretty sure. Well, I mean, Matt, that's, I mean, they want you to take responsibility for it. Like, be aware of it and manage your own risk, is basically what they're saying. It's kind of the same as what the DCA was used to be. You can only DCA once. Well, if people chose to DCA more than once, then that just shows that, I mean, don't do it. Yeah, G travel. I think you might be one of those that got falsely flagged, I think, but I guess I'm going to, this weekend I'll take an actual look at it and hopefully get an answer for you, but that sounds like it. But again, like this is where I say, like, if you disagree, then don't use them. Don't use Apex if you can't have discipline. If you can't have discipline and you can't have risk management, then I mean, I can assure you, it's not going. I I just don't understand. I guess I don't understand why would you not want to have good risk management, and why wouldn't you want to do things that actually help you as a trader long term? Why? Yeah, I agree, Namak, that some of the rules need to be clarified. Some of it needs to be black and white rules. I 100% agree. I'm not a fan of that either. Yeah, I hear you, G Travel. I don't blame you. That's just not true, Sharoos. Like, okay, Sharoos, let's think about this for a second. It's actually preventing people from blowing accounts that fast. Okay. So if that was true, they would implement rules that would make you blow accounts as fast as possible. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, Apex is all about fees, but then complain about rules that prevent you from going through those fees. If they were all about fees, then why would they block people from buying evals? It's one, or like, people want to believe one thing but not the other. If they were all about just fees, obviously fees are part of it. That's going to happen regardless what rules you do. It's going to happen. Anyway. Hey, that's right, Tech. I just don't want to see this thing roll over now. It is option expiration day. Option expiration day, and that could mean very choppy. Very choppy today. It could be. Their business model is not consistent. How do you know that, Sharuz? Do you work there? Do you have the numbers? Because it's fine. It would have been better if Apex was only focusing on their bottom line income. It would have been better to continue with no rules and just the Wild West in a sense of collecting fees. They were making insane amounts of money. Insane amounts. But with the CME and stuff that's coming, they weren't allowed to keep doing that. Like, they were literally not allowed to keep doing that type of model. Not because they didn't want to, but they can't. They literally couldn't do it. And they had to make changes. It's just the CME wasn't going to allow it. They were not going to be allowed to just run a sim and take away. They needed to actually have a majority X amount of people on live accounts with, it's just not, it just wasn't, it wasn't going to be sustainable for the CME or for the industry without there's going to be regulations anyway. But if Apex would have just continued without taking any kind of, if they would have just not cared at all about regulations or anything, guess what? Once regulations come in, they would have been shut down overnight. Would that have been a better option? No, obviously not. But again, like I've always said, the way they've made the changes, I'm not a fan, but they had to be made. All right, if we get above this, we're gonna be in here. I'm a little bit scared. This is just bleeding lower, but and we're in, folks. Don't tick me in again and just rip lower. I'm not in the mood for that. No. Now we sit and wait. Come on. Break above this 500 level. Do it. Come on. Pop it. Come on, pop it right here. Oh my gosh. It's gonna torture me. I hope so, John. I heard from a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy at Apex that Apex is going to combine all its profitable traders analytics and created an Omega trading bot and close the company. That should be interesting. Uh-oh. This is not good. Do I need to just kill this? Oh, man. I mean, I feel like I gotta leave. I don't know. This is where I struggle because part of me, I just want to kill this trade, but I know if I kill the trade right now and then it rips higher, I'm going to be more upset than if I just leave the trade. And if I get stopped out, I just get stopped out. That's how my brain works. So we're going to leave the trade the way it is. And if we get stopped out, I'm totally like, I've accepted the loss. Let's put it that way. I have accepted the loss and it's okay if we lose. What is not okay is me cutting this trade early and not letting it work. I need water. And we're back. All right, market. What do you say? You rip this thing higher, please? Nope. Every time I sit down, it rips lower. Just can't seem to get above that 495. That 495 level right here is like the Great Wall of China right now. Come on, breakthrough. Do it. Do it and do it now. Rip it, rip it, rip it. Do it. Need to blow on it. Oh my gosh, I give up. It can't do it. It can't do it. I am getting disgusted with this trade. We're going to let it work, though. Sharoos. That's too funny. And ask a dead man to die again, a different way to pay life insurance. Okay, let me ask you this, Sharoos. You seem to have a good opinion on it. How do you define good risk management, Sharoos? Tell me. Tell me in clear English and tell me how someone should have good risk management. Tell me. I'm waiting. Uh-oh. Houston, we might have a problem. I'm a little bit concerned that this is going to just wick me out, take me out on my stop, and then go higher. I don't know. I'm afraid. Feel like I'm just gonna move it just a little. Just give myself a little wiggle room here, if it wants to do that. Here we go. Yeah, today and yesterday, I feel like yesterday I saw a lot of people in the industry that had a bad day yesterday. Kind of made me feel a little bit better because yesterday was rough. I felt like yesterday was just, I don't know why it was hard. Yeah, I agree, Mr. Wall Street. Use micros. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously that is what will actually get people to think in that manner. Not every established trader has the same risk management. Not a simple one to answer. I agree, it isn't, John. But I think what we have to remember here is, if you want to have your own risk management, however you see fit, that's okay. Go ahead and open your own futures prop firm and put or not prop firm, but open your own futures account, put in $5,000, and then go ahead and use your risk management how you would. And then if you do, then come back and tell me that that's the same risk management that you would use. So, because I think, me personally, I think we use different risk management. The problem is that, hey, we broke above. Let's go. Come on, baby. Just give me that boner candle. Do it. I should have maybe had my profit target right there at the opening range high. All right, let's go. But I understand, like, there's a lot of different elements to it, because obviously we are not trading our own money. I get that. But we are using a service provided by someone else, which means that service gets to decide what the rules we play by. Okay? So to me, it's like, okay, what I don't understand is the people that just do nothing but complain and moan about a certain service that they voluntarily choose, but they just continue to complain about it. Hey, if that's the case, then just go somewhere else if you don't like it. But why would you continue to use it and then just continue to complain about it? Hey, 100 Lot in the building. Let's go. How we doing, 100 Lot? Good to see you. Good to see you, 100 Lot. How's it been going? And man, I've been thinking about you, and I hope. Oh, come on, market. Don't be difficult. Don't be difficult. I don't like this. This is what I hate. The good old runner. I just don't know what to do with my runners. I trade MNQ. This is micros that I'm trading currently. Hey, you're starting your TPT today? Let's go, Faisal. Yeah, John. Okay, that's how I do it. Like, okay, with my Apex accounts, I take them more seriously now. I take my Apex accounts more seriously, and I will apply risk management to my Apex accounts. Like, okay, because I know that's what the rules are. So, but if I trade my Top Step accounts where there's zero consistency rule, and like, then I'm going to trade them differently. I'm going to take advantage of whatever that is. But then I have a feeling that you're going to see the rule changes that Apex is making. I think you're going to see that just start to bleed in across the prop firm industry. I think you're going to see that happening with all the prop firms. I really do believe that. It might take some a little longer than others, but I really do think the prop firm as an industry is going to adapt a lot of very similar type rules that Apex is implementing. So I think it is good practice to kind of get used to it. All right, hey, 100 lot. Have you gotten your payout, 100 lot? That's what I've been wondering, and I've been really hoping that you've gotten it. Yeah, you like Take Profit Trader? Yep. I wish Take Profit Trader would change a couple things, but it is what it is. It does. I don't think they will. But yeah, I think Take Profit Trader is also a good example of, hey, am I really going to get stopped out? Man, that is disheartening. We can't just go straight up, huh? We just can't do that. I still have faith. Yeah, 100 lot. I mean, I do. But 100 lot, what I don't understand is when were you approved? I'll pray for you, 100 lot. Trust me, I do not want to see you. You deserve that payout probably more than anyone I know. You deserve that payout. Okay, so but didn't you request like way before that? Or is that a different payout? Yeah, so you requested on the September 19th and you still haven't gotten paid. Man, that's wrong. Maybe we need to go on a rampage about getting you paid. No, I don't. We got to be careful what we say, or Mr. Scott will find us. I might have made a mistake here. This is now just rolling over. And I kind of wish I would have just put my stop at break even now. Oh, man. Why is it so hard to have a runner? It's so difficult. Yeah, Neil. I mean, I've played with that. I have like once we hit my first target, just move my stop to break even. I mean, I've done that, and then I've had multiple times when I've done that, the market comes down, stops me out to the tick, and then rips higher. But obviously, this is now going to stop me out all the way down here. Unfortunate. That's rough. But I guess we just gotta, we're just gonna have to take the loss, and it is what it is. But I'm starting to remember again why I don't do runners. Honestly, I was trading better. I was more profitable when I just didn't even try to have runners. Like, just take the full profit at my first target and move on. I'm really, really thinking about doing that. What marina is the trailing drawdown in? John, 100, it's the FTT one. It's the fast track. The fast track trailing drawdown. Runners are the ruiners of all joy. I feel like that's so true. Hey, can we get a rip here? Can we? Can we do it? Come on, market. Give it to me. Trap the shorts right here and let's go. New highs. You can do it. Hey, if we can close green on this candle, I have hope. I don't have hope. I take that back. I don't have any hope. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Here's where I'm confused, Hunterlot. And this is like I'm actually genuinely curious. When I look into Fast Track's Discord, I see them bragging about how they're making payments for October 7th request and approval dates. Like they were saying, "Hey, we're going to be paying October 7th and 8th today." What's that about? Like, why are they saying that, and then people that have been waiting 5 weeks still haven't gotten paid? Like, I am confused. Is it just a marketing gimmick? Like, they're just flat out lying? Or, like, what is going on? John, it's all good. It's all good. APEC, I mean... Exactly, Sling Trader. Hope like Cleveland in the 8th inning. Exactly, 100 lot. Like, when I see that stuff on Discord, I had to think of you. And I'm like, dude, I would be so mad. Like, I would be so mad if they were like bragging about paying the October 7th and 8th, like that they're almost caught up. Meanwhile, I've been waiting 5 weeks and hadn't gotten paid. Oh, I'd be big mad. Can you tell? Like, is there anything that you could, like... I don't know, man. That's just not right. It's because they made people resubmit their payout because they redid their payout structure. Well, that's a crock of horse. You know what? Why does that matter? That has zero, like... they should be paying people that are in the queue the longest. I don't get it. Now, here's where I would get really upset. Like, I see them changing the rules. I see them that they're now implementing XYZ. Are they doing that, like, retroactively? So are they doing that, and the people that have been waiting 5 weeks for a payout, are they going back and checking that now? Or like, because they were doing like, oh, you can't flip X amount of days and all this and that. It's... Market, I am dead serious about killing this trade very soon if you don't get going. Rip it. Okay, baby, go. You can do it. You can do it. Push. 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 Oh, yeah. Just like that. You can do it. Can we please just go higher now, please? Pretty please. I believe in you. You can do it. If we pull back again here, I'm going to be so upset. This is where my patience I have limits on my patience. Like there is only a certain amount of patience that I have the ability to have. I can't have more than what I can have. So we are getting really, 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 really close to running out of patience on this trade. So you best get going right now or I'm killing this thing. Of course, when I say that, it starts ripping lower, huh? Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move my stop right here. We're going to just take a break-even trade, basically. And I'm just not going to let this thing rip against me. I'm just not going to allow it. That's going to actually make me mad. Come on, break out right here. Do it. It's going to stop me out. You know it will. But it's fine. Joke's on you, market. I don't care. Why so much hostility, DL? Well, I feel like I'm still reeling and from my abuse that I took yesterday. I got absolutely abused in yesterday's session. And oh yeah, go ahead. Come down and stop me out. I know you want to. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just come on down. Exactly, 100 lot. I mean, I have to imagine every single one of you at home, like every single one of you at home is sitting there when you're in a trade. Don't tell me that you sit there with a stoic face, no emotion, and you're like Zen-like. Nah, I ain't buying that. You guys are all sitting there, you're yelling at your screen. It's a bloodbath. I know us. I know how we do it, and that this is normal behavior. Talking to the market and knowing how to talk to the market is just part of being a good trader. Hey, Chris M, let's go. Guardians win. That Guardians win has to be like one of the best games I've ever watched. Like, oh my gosh, that was so fun. You know what made it even more fun? We had the whole family. So I kind of have how would I say, like a man cave in the basement. We have I have a 4K laser projector and it's on a 120-inch screen. So we got a huge screen, 10-foot screen. That's where I watch games and stuff. So when the 8th inning happened, the whole family was watching, and oh man, it was so crazy. We went crazy. The neighbors might have heard us. Oh man, it was so fun. Hey, I see, you got to know when to look at the market and when to look away. It's important sometimes that when the market needs to make a move, you just look away. That way it'll go easier. If you look at it, it's like it's spashful or something. Yeah, Alpine is actually pretty chill. Alpine is usually pretty chill when he's in a trade. But I think deep down inside, he's yelling at the market just like the rest of us. I'm not looking. I'm going to look over here. I'm going to look this way. I'm not even going to look at you guys. I'm not even going to look at the chat. Don't talk to me. You have got to be kidding me. It never fails. Every time I turn around, it starts pulling back. All right, I'm not kidding. I'm gonna move my stop to break even. I'm sick and tired of this. It's either gonna go or it isn't. But I'm not gonna sit through another pullback down to the 480s. I'm just not gonna do it. I do not have the mental capacity to sit through another drawdown. Yeah, I wait, Matty Man. Hey, Ponzi. Oh, what happened to the Browns? I am no longer a Browns fan. I'm officially on strike. I will no longer be a Browns fan until they get rid of, let me think of his name again. Hang on. It's almost, hang on. What's his name again? But until they get rid of that buffoon, I will not cheer for the Browns. Okay? I ain't doing it. I got standards. Okay? I got standards, and I just will not lower myself to cheering for that. Osama bin Watson, thank you. I will not cheer for the Browns until they get rid of Osama bin Watson. Point blank, period. End of discussion. That guy's the biggest joke in the whole history of sports, let alone football. History of sports, period. If you can't tell, I'm upset. This has got to be the ugliest trade in history. You know what you know what's going to happen? It's going to come down. It's going to wick me. It's going to stop me out. And it's going to, in about 2 seconds, it's going to be up at my profit target. Watch. Get ready. Everybody ready? Here it comes. Here it comes. Osama bin Watson. I love that name. Any idea why price action has sucked this week? I blame it on Robinhood. I have no idea. It could be multiple things. I don't know. Oh, look at that. I got stopped out to the tick. Oh, I'm so shocked. Can't believe it. We are not talking about politics. Us talking about prop firm drama is bad enough. There's a couple subjects that I've realized that we can't talk about here because some of you guys I really like, okay? Like, I really like you guys. But when we start talking about flat earth and politics, nothing good comes from it. Nothing good comes from it ever. Okay, go ahead, market. You can now go higher. Everybody in long, right here's your long entry. You know it. This is not financial advice, though. You're welcome, 100 lot. But seriously, I'll be praying for you, 100 lot. And I want, man, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything I can do to get you paid, but if there's anything I could do, I would do it. Maybe I'll make a video and I'll just roast. I'll roast Scott and I'll tell him, but I would do that, but he's just gonna dox me. You know, I can't have that. But it's all good. I do 100 lot. I do think you will get paid though. I do think so. I do think that you will. It's just pretty messed up that they're making you wait this long. What's wrong with doxing? Oh, actually haphazardliness. Maybe there isn't anything wrong. If you want to send me your address and everything, we can try it out. Just kidding. I love a good conspiracy theory. See, there's a fine line between a conspiracy theory and just people being stupid. Like, there's a fine line there. I don't mind a good conspiracy theory with But if you want me, like, in order for a conspiracy theory to be valid and to be good, you at least have to have some evidence. Okay? You can't just make things up. Okay? You can't just say, oh, the earth is flat. Like, that's just, oh, it hurts my brain cells. Like, legitimately, it actually hurts my brain. And now I did it. Now we're going to have all the flat earthers in here, and it's going to be an absolute disaster the rest of the day. I apologize. But you know where if you want to, if you want to, one thing I have noticed, one thing that I have realized is Facebook has to be the worst place. Like, Facebook has got to be like one of the worst places for people to spend time on. Like, I have noticed that people that spend a lot of time on Facebook usually aren't really that smart. Like, I mean that in a kind way, but if you're spending a lot of time on Facebook, and if you're trying to get information and knowledge, and you're spending your time on Facebook, and that's where you go to, oh my, I pity you, man. That has got to be the worst cesspool of bickering and just absolute. There's so much just nonsense on there that it's crazy. But anyway, Mr. Wall Street, don't be here we go. I love it. We have flown around the globe without landing. Are you serious, Mr. Wall Street? You've done that? I was a SEAL, and I can assure you it's not flat. We have flown around the globe without landing, going from east to west. Like, you know what I would do, guys? Like, I'm not even joking. If there was a GoFundMe page or somewhere, somehow, that I could, like, invest my own money and give my own money, here's what I would do. Find someone, like, there's a couple people on YouTube. By the way, that was a great idea to take a stop out right there. I'm really glad I took my stop right there, because this puppy is going lower. We just never were able to get above that 502, that opening range high at 502. I gotta say, that opening range low, opening range high, like, that, I don't know. That's got a lot of valid, like, price respects those levels a lot of times. Yeah, exactly, 100 lot. Here's what I would do. There's some people on YouTube, there's some people even I know personally, because see, back in the day, I used to never believe, like, I would hear of people that are flat, hey, there's some people that believe the earth is flat. And I would just, like, kind of dismiss it. Like, I was like, there's no way someone actually believes that. And I'd be like, I kind of brush it off like, yeah, right, it's a meme. Like, people might say that, but they don't actually believe it. Like, I just didn't really think it was possible until I actually met someone that truly believed that the earth is flat. And I mean, it seemed like they would be willing to die for it. Like, that's how adamant and how sure they were that the earth is flat. And I've noticed one thing that's very normal with people that believe the earth is flat, that you can't tell them anything else. Like they will, it is crazy the amount of lengths they will go to continue to believe what they do. But here's what I would like to do. I'm not even kidding. I would do this. If there was a GoFundMe page to take a person like that and you would pay to have them flown around the globe where they have to see with their own eyes, and that they could see with their own eyes that, wow, the earth is actually round. I would pay for that. I would pay for it, for real. Just to see their reaction and to see if they would have the ability to recognize that they were wrong. And to be like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Actually, the earth is round. Because one thing I've never seen, I've never ever in my life, online or anywhere else, have seen or heard of someone that believed the earth is flat that then changed their mind. Once you go flat, you never go back. Oh, it's crazy. It's an interesting, it's very interesting to me. All right, we are bouncing off the VWAP. The VWAP. What in the world is going on here? Help! My Streamlabs is freaking out. What the Sam Hill is going on here? Oh dear, I haven't been reading chat. Let me go through it. This might be rough for me. I'm sorry. But it still would be, they would probably think that you took them up into a simulation and the windows of the jet or wherever they were in is just CGI. Yeah, exactly. Send the flat earther to space. Exactly. I would 100%. If there was a GoFundMe that was legitimate and that is legitimately, that is what it is for, I would donate right away. No problem. But I want to see the results. I want to see a live feed. I want to see video and a reaction and everything. I need to see it. I would much rather spend my money on Tory Trades course. But wow. Forget the course. I would just spend my money on Tory. Oh man, my chat never disappoints. Yeah, exactly, Design. Exactly. You would think, as diehard as they are, and as strong of a belief that they have in the earth being flat, you would think it would be pretty easy to go to the edge, right? With the cameras that we have nowadays and how far you can zoom in. Oh yeah, come on. It's just insane. But what is this price action? I apologize in advance if anyone traded in the last 5 minutes, because you are in a rough, you're having a rough time. But they kill you, Design. You don't understand, Design. They will shoot you on sight. That's why no one can do it, because it's guarded by NASA. NASA has people guarding the edge of the earth, and as soon as someone shows up, they shoot them and throw them over the edge. Hello, you don't know this? Come on, Design, you should know this. Did I do that right? I just got 3 accounts to 250 in profit, almighty. Let's go. Nicely done. Well, I got my accounts to $38 in profit. I only need about, this morning when I got up, by the way, guys, do you remember? Remember yesterday? We had a big $600 red day on all of the accounts and how ugly it looked. Guess what? This morning, I started up Ninja Trader and all that red went away and didn't even hurt. It's like, wow, that wasn't that bad. Trader Tom had good wins on the Dow and Nas, and it's shutting down. Oh, wow. Let's go, Captain Kirk. Good for him. I'm not in the same boat, unfortunately. Let's go, Matty Matt. How long it takes you to get a 150K PA account? Do you mean like to pass it? I'm a bad example of how to pass. I'm a degenerate when it comes to passing evals. I'm a firm believer that eval lives don't matter. Okay, that's my belief, and I'm sticking to it. Look at this. We are trying to rip higher now. We might actually just trade this kind of choppy, crappy action all day with option expiration and everything. It might just be like this all day. If it is, that is not going to be good. If you're taking more than one trade to pass an eval, you are a garbage degen like me. No, and I think that's also where, like, I'm gonna try not to do that too much on, I feel like it's a bad example to do it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, little doozy, I'm not kidding. That is how you should. Especially if you're new to prop firm trading. Take your evals seriously. I cannot say that loud enough. I cannot say that loud enough. It is actually a good idea and it is best practice. And in the long run, you're going to be further ahead than people that are just YOLOing evals, because I can just assure you that's true. See, but here, so I need to give you guys a tip, okay? Oh man, I'm not sure I should say this. You know what? I'm going to say it anyway. I need to give you guys a tip. You should only be trading evals two different ways. Okay? There's only two ways you should trade your evals. And I am being dead serious. This only is now let me rephrase here. This only is for 50K accounts or 25K accounts. But you should either, like, if you're new to prop firm trading, or if you're just learning how to day trade, take those evals and take them seriously. Can't say that loud enough. It will save you tons of money in the long run. Okay? Now that I got that out of the way, I want to make sure that you hear that. Now, the second phase of traders is, let's say that you have shown that you can be consistently profitable with funded accounts. Like, you've taken multiple withdrawals, right? You've taken multiple withdrawals and you understand, like, you know what you're doing. You know who you are. Like, for that instance, like, then it's more just a time thing. Like, it's a thing where you don't want to waste time trading an eval that you can be used to trade your funded account, which is what matters, okay? But if that is how you trade, then here's what you should do. 90% of people do not have a better pass rate than 50% on evals. There are very few people have a 50% pass rate or better on evals. So it's very simple. It's better if that is how you're going to trade. I'm not saying you should, but if it is how you trade, you would be you're better off going long and short in both evals, both directions, and then taking it from there. Because in the long run, you're going to save money and you're going to save time. That's all I'm saying. You either take them seriously or you don't. I don't think there's really a happy medium. That's all I'm saying. But again, if you're learning how to trade, take your evals seriously and learn from your trading when you trade evals, because it will not go better. I can assure you with 100% certainty, if you're struggling to trade and struggling to pass evals and you are taking them seriously, then rushing through the eval process to get to a funded account is not going to help you. It is not going to help you. I can assure you 100% trading an eval is way easier than trading a funded account. Like, that is a known fact. So if you can't pass an eval, you have no business trying to rush through that process, and you especially have no business buying direct to funding accounts. You're just going to be wasting a lot of money. Like, anyway, that's enough of that. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Appreciate every one of you. And back to your regularly scheduled programs. Hey, Kellyanne, how we doing? Evals are a waste of time. It can be, like I was saying, like that. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Kellyanne. If you've already gotten to a stage where you are profitable with funded accounts and you know how to trade funded accounts, then I agree. Evals do become kind of a waste of time. But see, here's my argument. Like, even if that is of your, like, let's say that is your opinion. Okay. Let's say that, hey, evals are a waste of time. Then you know what a lot of people do? They're like, I'm just going to go direct to funded. Why? If you can save so much money by going long. Like, okay, let's say you want to pass 10 funded accounts. Let's just look. Hang on. We're just going to do a little project here. This is going to be an educational seminar here. So please sit down, buckle up, and just hold on. This is good. You guys, you're I apologize in advance, but you guys are going to learn something. Do you want to or not? Okay? Just hang on. Hang on. Let me find this beautiful fasttracktrading.net. Actually, you know what? Well, all right, here we go. No, I do not want to sign up Fast Track Trading. Get out of my space. All right, here we go. So let's say we're going to do the 50K account. We're going to, for argument's sake, we're going to do 50K accounts. All right. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to apply a coupon code. Maybe we'll use, I'm not going to buy this, but I'll use Kellyanne's code here. All right, so if you use that code, it's $247 for one 50K account. Okay? You with me? Are you with me? So, $247. Okay? That's for one account. Your code better not work. Oh, it's working. Oh, it's working, Kellyanne. It's working just fine. Okay, so here we go. So $247. Now, currently with Apex, you can activate your PA accounts for $85. All right. So $247 minus $85, because that's what it would cost you to activate your funded account. Are you still with me here? Everybody with me? Okay. That means $162 is what you are paying for an eval. No, I take that back. $162 is what you're paying. Like, that's where we're at, okay? $162. I should have a whiteboard, but I don't. So just hang on. Now, currently with Apex, you can get a 50K account for $35. Okay? Are you still with me? $35. So now, you could buy 4, okay? You can buy 4. You could buy 4 50K evals. Are you still with me? If you buy 4, you would still have $20 left over of that $162. Okay? Now, if you buy 4 evals on the 50Ks, not saying you should do this, but if you go long on 2 of them and short on 2 of them, guess what? The chance of passing 2 of them, very, very, very high. Not 100%, but very high. So now you have 2 evals. Like, how is it a better deal to, and it's a 1-day pass. So I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, why wouldn't, I would much rather do that or do like, but anyway, sometimes I think I'm pretty good at math, but maybe I'm missing something. 1-day pass is a scam. No, it isn't. You pass in 1 day. It's great. Everybody wants it. What size I would enter? I would go with, usually I do, you're best off to go max, usually 10, I think. But here's the key. You want to do it at a volatile time. You do not want to do it when there's a lot of chop going on like right now. You want to wait and do it either right at the open of the market. That's usually the best time to do it. Right at the open, boom, done, finished, over, I'm out of here. And you'll have a 50% pass rate for the most part. And I guarantee you most of you don't have a 50% pass rate on evals. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you really think directive funding is a good deal, you're not doing it right. Or look at it, think about it like this. Do you really think direct to funding would exist if it would save you money? Do you really think that? Haphazardlessness. That was not intended at anyone directly. Oh, man. No, Kellyanne. Apex admitted that the eval phase is not to evaluate your trading. They said this. I'm not kidding. Evals are just to make sure you know which buttons to press. That's all it is. That's the reality. Okay, let me look at, you know what? This is a better way to explain this, okay? This is a better way to explain this that some of you might understand it better. Let's say, for example, that Apex, okay? Let's say Apex had an option to do direct to funding. And it would be the exact same price as fast track trading, okay? Do you know Apex would much prefer that you purchase the direct to funding. They would make way more money than they would if you buy evals. Think about it like that. It's more, I think it's more a, people don't take evals seriously, and I mean, I'm one of them. I will be the first to admit I don't take evals seriously. But if you're new, like when I first started trading, yeah, I did take evals seriously, and I'm glad that I did, because if I would have just jumped into the prop firm space right now as a new prop firm trader, and I just jump in now and I hear everyone talk about direct to funding is the way to go, and I decide to go that route, do you know how much money I would have lost? It would have been astronomical. We'd be sitting out on the street in a cardboard box with little cardboard signs and just begging for scraps. That's where we'd be at, the whole family. So that's what really concerns me. Like, that's what really concerns me about some of the direct to funding. And I really feel bad for the new traders that come into it and are like, oh, this is the way to go. No, it is not. I'm like, red flag, hold on. If you're new to trading, don't do it. I beg you, don't do it. After you're funded, you can't buy more evals? No, you can. I think so. Or what? I'm not sure what you mean. Exactly, hard hat trading. Exactly. And okay, if regulations come in, and if regulations allow direct to funding, then every prop firm is going to have it. Okay? Every prop firm is going to offer direct to funding if the CME allows it. But the problem is, the reason they're all going to allow it is because of how much money is in it. It doesn't mean that it's the right choice for most people, but everyone's going to allow it 100%. You can only have 20 PA account. Right. You're loving direct to funding, citizen. Have you gotten a payout? Did I have a job career before trading? I definitely do. You'll never do another eval unless it's Buellnox or trade day. How come Buellnox? Or what's special about them? I thought it was the interview with Apex Founder. He mentioned something about after funding, no more eval purchases. No, that's if you're on probation, then that's the case. How long ago did I start trading? It's almost, we're getting close to 2 years. Almost 2 years that I've been trading prop firms now. False pips. Nutty invented the financial markets. I saw that our good friend ICT, he was spouting off again how he invented the markets. How he invented the algorithms. I mean, it's too funny, man. It's too funny. See, the evals that I hate the most, the evals that I despise the most are the ones that you can't pass in one day. Like the top step evals and the take profit evals, I hate it. I hate it, man. We should ask ICT to explain the chop today. Oh, he would have an explanation. You know he would. You know he would. Wouldn't mean it would be right, but he'd have an explanation. Yeah, but it. Okay, here's the thing. I wish Take Profit Trader would change the following. And man, are we really gonna pump higher now? Feels bad. But here's what I don't like about Take Profit Trader right now. Like, I think they're a little behind in the times. I think it is time. It is time that the daily loss limit should not be a hard breach of your account. I think it's time to eliminate that. Don't do a hard breach on the daily loss limit. And the other thing I really don't like about them that I've never liked is that they will, if you accidentally have a position on at the end of the day, it will blow your account. Like, some of those things are not necessary. Like, that's just not necessary, in my opinion. Or it's kind of outdated. Design, they do not need a different CEO. That is actually one thing that I do like about Take Profit Trader. They just do their thing. They're not out on Twitter picking fights, doxing people, calling people the N-word. They're just chilling, man. Isn't Apex the same with the position thing? What position thing? Yeah, they pay fast. I agree. Obviously, their rules keep them profitable, and I guess maybe they have to do that in order to continue to make payouts. I don't know, but yeah, it's one of those things. It is what it is. Play by the rules. It's their prop firm. But it is hard because the thing with Take Profit Trader is you have to pass the evals, which are difficult to pass. But then you need to get above the buffer before you can make your withdrawals. So, like, it's difficult. You basically need to make, 4,500 plus 9,000. You almost need to get $14,000 in profit without hitting a $3,500 or $3,300 in drawdown. Like, you need to look at it in a sense of you need to make $14,000 without going $3,300 in drawdown, and then you can finally start to take payouts. So that gap is one of the bigger ones in the industry. But the other part I don't like is that once you actually get funded, then they change it to a trailing drawdown. Like, I wouldn't mind if they had a trailing drawdown, but when you get moved into the Pro Plus account or into the Pro account, you have a trailing drawdown, which I'm fine with that. But if you have a trailing drawdown, then you shouldn't have a daily loss limit. Like, they should remove the daily loss limit or remove the intraday trailing drawdown on the Pro account. They shouldn't have both. But yeah, once you go to the Pro Plus, then you don't have to worry about that intraday trailing drawdown. So, but me personally, I would rather they have an intraday trailing drawdown with no loss limit on the Pro account, but that's just preference. Yeah, and they also cap your payouts at 10K. So even if you have a really, they say they don't have any consistency rules, but on their Pro account, once you get 10K in profit, they liquidate your position and you're done. So they basically cap it in that sense, which makes sense. I think that makes sense. And then you move to the Pro Plus account. And again, I think prop firms as a whole have to start with more of that kind of mentality where they need to cap payouts. They need to do something regarding the sim account and make people go into a live account. Like, force people to use live accounts to make real money, like to make big money. Yeah, I believe it's 10K per Pro account, Carolina. I think so. I'm pretty sure that is what it is. Hazel, they did Hazel? Oh, man. But once you would get into your Pro Plus account and just work on steady gains would be like, that's the dream. Yeah, no cap on the Pro Plus. But once you're in that position, yeah, once you are in the Pro Plus account and well above the threshold, that's when the account would be really, really nice. All right, market. I don't want to go long right up here, but we keep trying to break above this opening range high and we just can't. We can't seem to do it. All right, maybe we get it. Maybe we get it going here. Maybe. Here we go. Finally, maybe getting something going here. Can we hold above the 500s? Sam Norman, yes, you can. Yeah. I think the other part, like Mr. Sling says, A Sling says, Apex has done is damage. Apex has done is way past fixing. They could go back to same day payout, and I wouldn't go back. I'm assuming they probably don't want you back, A Sling. No offense, but see here's what people also don't, or I think people have a hard time accepting. People get annoyed and just like they can't understand why anyone would still use them, but there are a ton of people that still use Apex and they have no issues with them. The people that are complaining are always the loudest. People that have been getting paid and continue to get paid and they're just doing their thing. They're not out here on YouTube chat messages trying to yell at everyone and how terrible Apex is. There is way more people that have zero issue with Apex. That I know that's hard for some of you guys to believe, but that's the truth. And I think that's some people, they feel the need to try to convince as many people as they can that Apex is terrible. You know, like it's like a mission. And it's just the internet. It's the internet days we live in. But hey, the minority is always the loudest. Because guess what? I mean, never mind. Whoa, there's the breakout. Oh, snap. Man, why could it not do this when I was here? Oh, man. Now, is it just going to wick through this? Or where are we going, boys? Where are we going? We are finally breaking out. Now, we have some resistance up here at the 524s, so could see this. I don't know. Let's see if we get through this area. Let's see. Kellyanne, I'm not a hater. It's okay, Kellyanne. It's okay. If you want to be a hater, that makes you feel better and that helps you sleep at night. That's okay. When did me and Kellyanne correct our relationship? She's good. I think I'm of a firm belief that it is totally okay to agree to disagree. Me and Kellyanne don't agree with Apex, obviously. Like, we don't see eye to eye. She sees it one way. I can respect that. I see it a different way, and it is what it is. And but we can lay down our differences and we can still get along. But when we start talking about Apex too much, then me and Kellyanne we definitely don't agree. But that's okay. Does Apex still have the $85 activation? Yes, they do. Hey, RG Ace, how we doing? How we doing? Sharoos. Apex has its pros and cons. I agree. 100% agree. I 100% agree. And I think the key is to be aware of the cons. Be aware of the cons of every prop firm and then make your decision accordingly. If you feel like the cons, you can't trade with the cons and you feel like you can't trade, then don't use it. They need a trader's addiction hotline. That might be true. Yeah, Brandon, I agree. That I'm hoping that $85 is just like permanent. Is permanent, and I think it might be, because I know that like one of the incentives of doing the $85 one-time fee is to motivate people to keep their funded accounts longer, because they noticed that people that were doing the monthly subscription would be more likely to just blow their account right before the rebilling date would come up. So that's why they are doing the $85 lifetime fee, to try to get people to not do that. And like, that's a situation and that's a case. Like, if Apex is all about just collecting fees and is this big evil monster, then they wouldn't offer this. Like, they would just do, hey, tough one, you're going to pay 140 and way more, or we're just going to collect monthly fees. Wow, look at that. Off that 25 level, now it's just rejecting. Big move lower here. Interesting indeed. Why the... All right. I'm watching and waiting here. See, I mean, if we get a good entry here, I think I got to take it. I'm a little bit worried about how much this pulled back, but please don't let me buy a reversal. Hey, take care, Kellyanne. Have a good weekend. Yeah. You think it flushes go-in trades? Ah. $85 for all evals are just no, it's for all of them, Genwu. So the $85 one-time activation fee is for all account sizes. Boys, here's the we're gonna have to make a decision here. If this closes and then we move above this, we might need to take it. Ah, see that I don't like. Okay. We might actually roll over here. Pretty big pullback. I'm concerned. As a newbie, what prop firm would I recommend? I mean, there's a lot of them out there. Get familiar with, like, honestly, if you're new, I would recommend going with a cheaper something like an eval that you can get for a pretty good price, because if you're new, just assume you're going to blow your first 10 evals before you pass one. So my recommendation would be keep your costs low, but take your trading seriously. How does Take Profit Trader 50K account work? What do you mean? I mean, you basically have a profit target, you have a daily loss limit, and you can only, there's a 50% consistency rule on the eval, and you have to trade for 5 days. But me personally, I wouldn't use Top Step if you're new. You're gonna go through a lot of money. It ain't cheap. Or Top Step is more for someone that is already an experienced trader or has proven that they can be profitable, in my opinion. How much is 10 Apex? What do you mean 10 Apex? There's a new prop firm called NBT Funding. It's a straight to payout. like we said a couple days ago, I'm going to start up a prop firm, and it's going to be direct to payout, a direct to payout prop firm. You give me $1,500 and I'll immediately pay you back $500. So it's direct to payout. So you'll immediately get a payout as soon as you buy an account. What's funny about that is there'd probably be people that are like, huh, that sounds like a good idea. The Nutty Bar 10 account of Apex. What? I'm not sure what you mean, Amco. Nutty Bar 10 account for Apex. Why is I have yeah, what makes you say that, Nicholas? Oh, you mean after you pass the test account? You then just be aware this daily loss limit is still in effect, and there is also an intraday trailing drawdown on your pro account, and you do need to get your pro account profit above the profit threshold before you can take a payout. So once you're above that, then you can take payouts. Okay, we're just folding here. This is starting to look and appear like a rollover and a reversal here from the breakout. We just wicked, we did one of those wick higher and then roll over. So we're just right back in the middle of this 15-minute opening range. Really just not interested in trading in this middle of this area. Not interested. What's my strategy? I mean, just make money. But no, I try to pick, like today, when the EMA looks like this, that is a very clear sign that I should not be trading. For me, here, I'll show you my setup. See, again, the overnight session was great. But when the EMA is just in a nice uptrend like this, this is what I want to trade. And then I'm just waiting for a test of the EMA, waiting for pullbacks, entering on pullbacks, and taking my profit at equal highs is essentially my strategy. Just trading pullbacks. It's very simple. It ain't rocket science, man. You go with the trend, but you wait to get in until you see a pullback, and then you enter and you're waiting for a continuation of that trend. So that's as simple as I can get it. See, I am a simple man. Right when I started trading a year ago, I searched on YouTube. Here's what I did. I went on YouTube and I searched the best day trading strategy. And the Lord help me, what I saw, it fried my brain. And guess what popped up? I still remember. Some guy that was talking about FVG. And I'm like, what does FVG mean? And, oh man, that was rough times. But I remember then he was talking about everyone. I heard people talk about ICT. And I'm like, oh, wow, people seem to think they, like him. So I search ICT. I find his channel. And people are like, oh, you need to watch, I don't even remember what it was called, but it was like a playlist. You need to watch this playlist. And at the time, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll look into it. So I remember I clicked on the first video. And about 15 minutes into this video, first of all, what the guy was talking about was just complete gibberish, made no sense. And then he starts going off about how the world is going to come to an end at the end of this year, and we need to be preparing for it, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, dude, I'm sorry. I can't take this guy seriously. I know a BSer when I see one, and he was one, like, very easily to identify. And I'm like, and then I look through the playlist and there's like 15,000 hours that I still have to watch. And I'm thinking, if I need to learn how to trade and I need to listen to 15,000 hours of this gibberish, just take me out to the woodshed and end it. Just take me out right now, because I ain't doing that. I'm like, no shot. There has got to be a better way. And, that's the last time I watched an ICT video, except if I just wanted to do to humor myself. But yeah, that was it. Then, I don't even remember. I think actually I stumbled upon Al Brooks. I stumbled upon Al Brooks and I thought, now this guy makes a little more sense, And some of my stuff is kind of Al Brooks style. It's not like Al Brooks, but I kind of dumbed it down. And then I'm like, you know what? Because at one point in the beginning of my trading, I had like 10 different rules. Like, okay, we need to be in an uptrend. We need to be above the EMA. We need to be above, VWAP. We need to, then we need to get a pullback directly to the 21 EMA. And then we have to have this candle pattern and everything like this. And then that's where I enter. And maybe for some people that works, but I quickly realized I am not a mechanical entry type of trader. It's just like, that ain't like, you gotta find something that works, and the easier it is to understand and the simpler your strategy, I think the better, in my opinion. The good old FVG. No one has explained ICT this great before. That's just how I felt. You bought one of the books? Oh, guys, hang on. Where is it? I remember. Here are two of the books I bought. This thing, that book. Oh man, I honestly, oh man, this was back when I was trading options, and I read through this whole book, everything. I mean, I was taking notes. I learned a lot. I learned a ton of how options work and like the options market and everything. Legitimately learned a lot from that book. And then I also got this book. Oh yeah. We got him, man. I think every person does that, right? Options, options, options. All right, this market, it's just doing that thing again. It is doing that thing where it's like, oh, okay, you want to go higher? Oh, nope. It's doing the hope and nope. That's where I feel like I need to stay out of this trade because of this choppy range and the congested area that we're in. It's better to just sit and wait. Yeah, John Bailey, I don't know. My trading strategy is like Oliver Velez using the 20 and the 200 SME. I see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people trade similar to me. I'm sure. I saw recently that Patrick was really telling everyone about the 21 EMA. He must have been watching. But it is really, like, if you really stop and think about it, guys, like, if you really stop and think about it, trading is kind of crazy. Like, it's literally clicking buttons. And if we're just being blunt about everything, like, it's pretty simple. All right, I still remember a good friend of mine. It was, yeah, I mean, Black Coffee Trader. I'm related and great friend of mine, but I remember telling him about trading. And it is one, like, if you've ever had to explain to someone how trading works that has no experience in it, it really does kind of dumb it down to the point where you're like, yeah, I guess it is that simple. Because like the first time that I explained it to him, where it's like, well, And he's like, so how does trading work? And it's like this. Well, if I click buy, like if I click buy right here and the market goes up, I make money. And it's just like this kind of realization comes to some people's head, and it's like, wait, that's it. And I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's literally it. Like if you hit this button and the market goes up, you make money. If you hit this button, market goes down, you make money. And it's like, what? It is really that simple. It is actually that simple. Exactly, Black Coffee. I take full responsibility. But it is that simple. And it is kind of crazy, but that is literally, that is the truth. If we're all being honest, that is literally what trading is. Buy and it goes higher, make money. Sell, goes lower, make money. I mean, you can't, those are the facts. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Man, this actually makes me want to go long right here. And we're back. All right, man, this is tempting to go here. Man, it's so tempting. Never mind. Let's just not diddle in the middle. Let's not diddle in the middle. It works. You just bought and sold higher and it made money. Yep, that is true. But the hard part of trading is obviously risk management. That's the difficult part. That's what takes a lot of time. Wow, look at that. Just making new lows. This is just one of those, it's one of those sessions where it just looks like we want to make it push higher. Nope. Doing the old hope and nope. Yeah, design. I agree. Do you know Alpine? Yes, I know Alpine. I'm good friends with Alpine. I mean, I guess I'm not sure on his. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with what and how he trades, but you know what's like the thing like me and Alpine are good friends, but we seldom ever talk about like our trading strategies or like how we trade because we both understand that we're both different and we both are going to trade differently. So down we go, testing that VWAP. Man, we're getting to the point. If we start going below VWAP, I'm going to have to look at maybe taking some short entries here because it just looks like it wants to keep bleeding lower. But it has really respected this VWAP right the last 3 times it's touched. We've made a nice move off of it. But let's see. Let's see if it continues. Here we go. If I'm using order flow, no. If I'm from New Jersey, no, I'm not. I'm from Ohio, the great state of Ohio. Okay, are we going to get the bounce? This here is the Wada Atar explosion indicator, is what this is. This is just volume. Hmm. Oh, man, what is going on? Can't. Whatever. All right. Look at that. We're just continuing lower here. Man, I'm about to look for a short entry. I am about to look for a short one. We are just stair-stepping it down. Maybe we want to come test this pivot point, the 420s down here. That's been an area of interest. Yeah, wood chip. It is. It is. Anyone not liking any of the firms out there, there's a perfect opportunity for you. Okay, hang on. Wait a minute. What? Oh, man. That's gonna go over well. Who is that guy? Guy seems familiar. Unbelievable. Please don't fall for that. Did I see the movie Banshee? No. No, I don't think so. John always finds the gems. You just popped up in your feed. Oh, man. Hey, let's go, Trading Ever After. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right. Man, I'm really trying to. I mean, I'm really considering taking this next short entry. I think I will. If we get a good entry, I'm going to take it. We're just doing the typical lower, lower, lower. But yeah, it's always a great idea. My grandma always told me it's a great idea to give internet strangers your money. Highly recommended. Don't worry, it'll be fine. We can start our own coin. Oh my god. I do not need to be on a CoffeeZillow. I do not need to be on a feature on a CoffeeZillow video. Did you guys see that coffee? I can't wait. Did you guys see that CoffeeZillow is investigating Tate, Andrew Tate? Oh, that's gonna be fun. Oh, that's gonna be a fun one. Especially in the Philippines where we have no jurisdictions to get it back. Exactly. But you know people will do it. You know people would do it. Oh man. Do you or have you ever looked at trading your way with a 15-minute chart? Not serious. I haven't seriously looked into it, DL. It would probably be higher probability and less trades. But it's interesting. Maybe I should look into it. Higher probability, you'd have to capture bigger moves and probably have a little bigger stop losses as well. All right, we might be getting close here. Getting close here to taking a stab short. If we break down below this. And I prefer to get a better entry, like prefer this to move higher, test the EMA closely. I don't know. No way. Ah. Come on, we need to flush through these lows. Flush it. I don't like that wick. Let's come on. Just get a continuation here would be so nice. Just flush it. Flush it. Flush it. It might rip higher right here too. But I'm okay with my profit target or my stop loss here. We're just gonna keep this here and hopefully we can go test the lows of the session. Test that 15-minute opening range low right here, right now. Do it. Did I hear? Yes, Cody Burns. It was confirmed that there is not a consistency rule on those 0 accounts. I'm impressed. I am impressed. Come on, just rip it. Don't give me no bomb. I don't like these long wicks. Make me nervous. Come on, rip it lower. Flush it. Flush it. Sammy Jane said, your stop loss is coming soon. It could be. The EMA is a 21 EMA. Come on, need a flush lower here. We might not test these lows. We might not. I'm hoping we will. Oh, it's at the 200 EMA on the 5-minute? Come on, flush it right here. Do it. Just do it really quickly. Do it really quickly. Don't make me have patience, please. Flush it. Just flush it. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, Jenny. This is 4 micros. I don't like these wicks. I don't like them. But I'm okay with my stop. If we get stopped out here, then we were wrong. But if we can come up, maybe test my entry again and then roll over, I'm fine with that. Okay, we just test this again. And then hopefully we roll over and take out these lows. I mean, I would prefer if it would just flush down right now. That'd be, you know, that would be ideal. Probably not going to happen though, because the market loves to torture me. It's a great hobby. And sometimes I think I'm a sucker for being tortured as well. And here we go. Everybody hold on. Uh-oh. Here we go. This is the area we need to retest and now roll over. If it moves above, if it stops me out, then we were wrong. It's just that simple. You know what? I need to have my stop right here above this wick. Just so we don't get wicked and shot in the tick before we go lower. Now we wait. The moment of truth is among us, is upon us. It's torturing all. It loves to torture me. Come on now, roll over right here. Just more damage. Hey, that's awesome, trading ever after. That's awesome. Okay, here, let's see what happens. Will they adjust the goals that need to be met in each account equalizer? I guess I'm not sure. What does it mean 80% on Apex? If you use the code NBT, you'll get 80% off. Come on, roll over. I don't like that it immediately got bought up on this pullback. That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. Come on, flush it. Flush it. Just need a nice red, 2 red candles. See here, if I was super aggressive, I would add 2 contracts right here. Like if we go below the 450s, if I was being aggressive, I would add 2 more contracts right here, but I'm not being super aggressive, so I'm not going to, but some days I feel like I should trade more like that. This is not good that we're just getting it bought up. We might chop around here too. Maybe we chop around. Hopefully we don't get stopped out. Hopefully. It's not looking good. As long as we don't go above that VWAP. We got the VWAP, the 21 EMA, all of it right here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We might be in danger. You said something about 0 accounts. What did you mean? Retrades, we were talking about the UProfit. UProfit has a 0 accounts thing. That's what I was saying. Hey, Alpine, how we doing? Hey, how we doing? Are you done streaming, Alpine? I didn't even... I wasn't keeping track. Alpine, you didn't... Alpine, you didn't have any special 90% promotions going on your channel today, did you? Hey, you came from Alpine Stream. Hey, well, welcome everyone. This is where we like to get punished on this channel, as we are about to. Okay, come on, reject off this email and rip it lower, flush it one time. Come on, it's the moment of truth right here. We break above this 470s, then we are probably going to get stopped out. Alpine, you only promised it, you didn't actually do it. I see, Alpine. Yeah, then you're probably fine. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, next on Monday I'm gonna do 90% special discount, 90% off. LOL, just kidding. But then I'll have, hey, 15% off, 15% off my course. I'll stop trolling now. It's fine. It's fine. I'll stop with the trolling. Okay, I get it. Oh man, too funny. That's too funny. I don't care who you are. Guys, I still haven't laughed man, I gotta say, did you guys notice that Patrick Whelan stopped talking crap about Tanya trades? I mean, he shut that down. He shut that down immediately. Man, Tanya trade, you could tell Tanya trades was ready. She was prepared. She came in with the receipts and everything. She wasn't messing around. Come on, boys. We got to flush this thing. Do it. Please do it now. I bought Nutty's course. I'm saying I should do a course for like 180, 189. I'll go through my channel. I'll clip things of me talking. That's what you'll get for the course, and you'll like it. Where can you see it? Well, I mean, I think just go look at her stream yesterday morning, early morning. Yeah, Sharuz. Yeah, 189.99. I know, Equalizer. I did see that. He bought Rips's Traders Clubhouse domain name. I mean, the guy has no shame, man. Shameless. Absolutely shameless. It sounds like a great guy to hang out with, you know? No, but honestly, in all seriousness, like a lot of people want to say, like, oh, Patrick's different off stream. You know, I don't know, man. Those text messages that Tanya Trades was showing would show otherwise. Shows me he's just as big of a douchebag off stream as he is on stream. Market, could you please? You had zero problem rolling over every single time until I finally get in the trade. I know you think it's funny, but I don't like. Come on, we need to get below this 460s. Rip it. I could also just kill the trade right here, but then I'm going to get upset if this rips lower. And I'm okay. I'm okay with this loss. If we lose this trade, I'm okay. I'm totally fine with it. What I'm not okay with is cutting this trade short and then going and having it go to my target. That was me just talking to myself, and you heard it. That was just me convincing myself to stay in this trade. It's okay if we take a loss. It's totally cool. Flush it right here, right now. Do it. You can tell it wants to do it. You want to do it. I know you want to do it. I thought, yeah, Scooby. They were friends, and then Patrick got his feelings hurt, and he couldn't take it when he was dishing. He was dishing it out, and when it came back, he couldn't take it, and lashed out at Tanya Trades. Go watch her live stream if you're confused. It's pretty epic. Hey, take care, Alpine. Do I trade micros or minis? A little of both, but for the most part, with my drawdown at only $2,200, I trade micros. Once I get this to maybe 3,000, then I'll switch to one mini. But for now, we don't have enough wiggle room to be trading my minis. Oh, this might be it, folks. This might be it. If it rips up above this EMA, we're going to get taken out. Honestly, I should put in a reverse order that if we break above the 470s, I should just reverse my position and go long. Like, dead serious. Has anyone ever done that? Just reverse your position? You know what I've thought about doing? Like, this would be more as a, like, maybe I'm the only guy that has had this thought, but I've actually had an idea of you should make a challenge. And like, this would be a good challenge to do, like, if you're doing like a 24-hour stream, okay? Or let's say you had a goal of, I'm going to start, I've thought about doing this. Like, maybe once we get to like 15,000 subs or something crazy like that, to celebrate, we're going to do a stream that is going to start at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then we're going to stream for a whole session. So we would start streaming at 6, and we would end stream the next day at 5 p.m. Okay? So a 23-hour stream. But here's the catch. We would have one micro, and at exactly 6 o'clock when the market opens, you would enter a position at exactly 6 o'clock with one micro, only one micro. Here's the thing. Here's the challenge. You could not, the only thing you could use until the end of the next session is the reverse button. Okay? So, do you understand what I'm saying? It's the reversal challenge. Or I'm not sure. It's the full trading session, reversal, blah, blah. I'm not sure. But you enter at 6 o'clock right when the market opens. And the only way you can change your position is if you reverse it. I think, honestly, it would be pretty entertaining. And I think it would actually be like kind of a psychology thing, because it would force you to hold your trades for longer. And not only that, but it would almost force, we're going to get taken out here. See, right now, I want to just reverse my position, to be quite honest. I should. And that's what you would do. You would be like, okay, I'm in. And the only way you can change is if you reverse your position. And there we go, taken out. But it would force you to be like, okay, yeah, I can't. You know what I mean? It would like make you think about your entries and exits way more than you currently do. It would force you to hold your trades longer. Because if you were in a long position, you would not want to get out of the position and reverse it until you really felt like there was, you know, that the move was over. I think it's a good idea. Maybe we'll do something like that once we get to like 15,000 subs or something like that. We'll keep that in mind. All right, guys. Okay, we are now. I just want to see, like, if we pull back, I kind of want to look for a long now. We failed to push lower, but I want to be careful. Make a set number of reversals you can do. I guess you could do that, but like, it would be very interesting to see, like, okay, can you make money in a day doing that? Like, is it possible? Top Step does that for Friday Power Hour. Oh, really? Huh. I've never seen anyone do it, but I should have not said anything. Now probably other people are going to steal my idea, but that's okay. We'll do it eventually. Oh, man, I should have hit the reverse button, guys. We should have done it. We should have done it. Feels bad. Oh, man. We should have done it. The old reverse button would have been perfect. Would have been perfect right here. Yeah, I hate to see it. I mean, it was literally as soon as we broke above the 470s, would have been a perfect entry long. Oh, but it's all right. It's all right. I mean, now we just got to wait. Let's see if we get a pullback here that we can get in on. Is it just going to rip higher, just straight up without a pullback? Come on. Yeah, no pullbacks allowed. No pullback for you. Come on. Okay, we might get a pullback right here. Volatility is actually not that bad right now. I'm tempted to go scale up a little bit. Come on, pull back. Wait, is it actually Sharouz? Is the market at the close of the week's open? Is it actually? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we opened on Monday morning at 4 or Sunday. Would that be Sunday night? Yeah. So we opened at 2432.50. At least that's what I have. Huh, that's interesting. Are you saying the close of last? Oh, okay. So the close of last week. Yeah. Okay. So the last week's close on Friday, it closed at 429. Pretty sure I have that right. It closed at 429 down here. So basically, this low right here is exactly where the market closed. So if we close right here, yeah, it's essentially like this past week didn't even happen. Hey, Canberra Trades. High chance of being denied. Just saw someone get denied for 30% yesterday or the day before. 30%. If I am at 40% consistent rule, do you think I can get the payout, Lonut? I don't know. I don't know that I would trust it, to be honest. I don't think I would. I think I would continue trading until you're above 30, until you're below 30%, to be honest. That seems to be the the going trend. Yeah, Sharoos. Yeah, you're fine. I know what you meant. But yeah, that's pretty insane. Huh. It's like last week never happened. All right, here we go. This is where we will enter if we get to move higher. Whatever you do, market, I would appreciate if you don't fake me out. Would that be cool? We're in, boys. Hold on. Don't fake me out. Just need a nice continuation of the uptrend. Would that be too much to ask? Is that too difficult? We are in on this one with 10 micros, so a little bit bigger size, but we do have a little bit of a shorter stop loss. So, and then I'd love to get this thing to test. Just wanted to test this opening 15-minute range high. Can we do it? Can she do it? Need it to pop. Need it to pop right here. Come on. It's painful watching me fight my emotions. I know it is. It's painful when I watch it back, but I can't help it. I'm gonna go fill up my water cup and we're gonna be at my target when I get back. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know I'm going to sit down now and this thing's going to go lower. I just know it. It does it every time. Every time I sit down and I come back in the office, it wants to just rip lower. Can we get a one time? Rip it. Ah, man, how am I going to trail this thing? Rip it! Get out your pom-poms, guys. Come on. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, market. One time, rip this thing straight up to my target. I don't need no pullbacks. Nobody needs pullbacks. I think I'm going to keep my stop right here and try to trail it. See, this is where I struggle. I really, really struggle with this because every single bone in my body wants to just take profit right now. I just want to get out. But at the same time, I'm like, why? I like what price is doing. And I mean, I could move my stop to here, I guess. But like, I feel like, see, I feel like if I move my stop right here, it's going to come down and hit it. But I just don't like the thought of break even after being in profit this much. I want to lock in some gains. It's going to, I don't know. We're going to give it a try. If we get stopped out, we just got to be okay with it. We just got to accept it. The other option is just to take our profit now. But I don't think it's necessary. I think we can, if we can get a big rip here above the 490s into the 500s, then we can move or stop up. If not, we're going to take our profit and we're going to get stopped out right here and we're just going to like it. Yeah, almighty. I really, market. This is not, see, market couldn't even let me have a little bit of fun. Couldn't even let me have just a little bit of a moment. Look at that. Oh, don't do that. Don't, market. I'm dead serious. I'm not joking. I am not joking when I say if you rip higher now, we are going to have problems. I'm not kidding. Not funny. You son of a... There's a reason I have a dumbbell in my room. This is exactly why. This is actually... I give up. I'm actually, oh, oh, this is painful. How? I really need this thing to pull back in a major way before it gets to the target. I'm telling you, you can get pretty ripped taking out your frustrations, working out. That's the best way. It's the reason why I haven't broken any monitors. For real. Where was my target? Right here. 500s. Right at the 500s. But here's the, okay, this is, look, I mean, this thing, I just don't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just not right. It's just not right. The SEC needs to be called again. It's just happening way too much. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Where's ICT? This is ICT's fault, isn't it? He said, ICT said yesterday that he created the market. He created the algorithms. He said that. I'm literally going to sue him. This is his fault. 100%. He's probably watching my stream and then it's his fault. I'm blaming ICT. This is actually not funny. This is not real. Oh my gosh. We need to stop trading for the day. That's so maddening. Like, how does that happen? I'm gonna need to stop doing runners. I think I need to stop. I'm dead serious. I need to stop doing these stupid runners. It does nothing but frustrate me. They're so stupid. It makes no sense. We literally come down and wick me right to the tick and take me out. And then it wasn't like it paused a little bit when it wicked me out. It just went whoop, wicked me out, and immediately back up 4 minutes later to my profit target. You can't make that up. We're living in a simulation. Yeah, Camber trades. We need to utilize it because right now I want to go long like 5 contracts right now. That's so insane. Cannot. Lona, I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't think that's been clarified. Yeah, I just feel like I traded better without doing runners. Like maybe I need to maybe I need to have larger profit targets. Um Maybe I need to have larger profit targets, but there's just no reason. There's no benefits right now to having a runner. It does nothing but mess with my mental state. It's just nothing but annoying. Because right now I don't even feel like this was a winning trade. Doesn't feel like it. Feels like I got absolutely annihilated. Yeah, I agree, John. I agree. I'm more of a scalper at heart, and if I just if my mentality is like here, this was a perfect setup for my strategy. Perfect, honestly. A little bit of a pullback after we broke above this. We were looking for a pullback. Was great. Got a great entry. Everything was fine. And then this happened. It's like this is actually insane. I actually want to go long so bad right now. Someone needs to come over here and take my hand off my mouse. Like, God, it's so disgusting. Hmm. They're at lunch now. Yeah, we're right here at the highs. Oh my gosh. I'm getting a headache. I'm getting a headache just from it's all ICT's fault. Just so typical. All right, it's just oh my gosh, I just can't get over it. All right, we're getting a pullback. Oh, snap. Ooh, this boy's... Now we're getting a violent pullback here. Is there a bond auction or something? Hey, David Huber, how we doing? Yes, today is OPEX. Man, all right, here we go. It is looking very, very interesting here. We got a triple top of sorts. Now pulling back to the 21 EMA. Is this going to be serious, or are we just going to trade in this range all day long? I'm a little hesitant to go long right now. I'm a little hesitant. Oh, see right here, I should get in right here. I'm gonna do it. If it get filled, I get filled. Lord help me if this rips lower. Come on, rip it. Rip it. I'm not gonna get greedy here and then get annoyed. Let's just take me out right here. Just take me out. Thank you. Now go ahead, go where you want to go. I don't care. We chillin'. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I see I have a phantom order. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I feel better. I feel a little bit better now. Obviously, we're probably gonna break out here and make all-time highs here, but you know what? That's okay. I was not looking for a runner. I'm just trying to capture my profits and move it on. Let's go, Almighty. Do the dance. Whoa. We could easily pull back here again. I don't know. Market is very crazy right now, but I'm very happy that I took the trade. I was in one of those moments where you kind of wanted to almost talk yourself out of taking another trade, which would have actually been way more frustrating. So now I feel good. I feel good about ending my Friday right now. I think I feel good about it. Could have been a better day, but I'm happy. I'm happy with it. We will take it. Ugh. You're going to take the trade win? But yeah, I think I am going to call it. I am going to call it right here, boys. And we're going to call it a Green Friday. And at least we made back about half of the losses from yesterday. So it's progress. It's progress. We'll take it. Hopefully next week we can have a green week. But I'm going to end it there, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hit the like button on your way out. And we will be back on Monday. Do it all over again. All right. Everybody take care. Have a great weekend. And God bless.